1. When designing a CSWP preparation curriculum for adult learners, which method best improves learner engagement? A. Delivering only long lectures with no interaction. B. Using project-based learning with hands-on modeling exercises. C. Providing only reading assignments from manuals. Avoiding learner questions to save time. 2. Which type of assessment is most effective for measuring the ability to build parametric models in SolidWorks? A. Multiple choice questions only. B. Practical model building tasks under timed conditions. C. Peer discussion forums. D. Written essays about CAD theory. 3. A learner struggles with feature relations in assemblies despite multiple explanations. Which approach is most effective? A. Assign extra textbook readings. Use a different teaching approach, such as live demonstrations. C. Move forward without remediation. D. Provide only written solutions. 4. When aligning CSWP training with industry standards, the instructor's first step should be: A. Review the latest CSWP exam competencies and guidelines. B. Write questions based on personal preference. C. Teach only the easiest features to boost pass rates. D. Ignore official exam content to reduce complexity. 5. What is the key benefit of applying Bloom's taxonomy to CSWP training? A. Restricting objectives to remembering commands. B. Sequencing objectives from basic modeling to complex design problem solving. C. Avoiding higher-level tasks, like design optimization. D. Mixing objectives randomly. 6. In a class with diverse engineering backgrounds, what communication technique is most effective? A. Using excessive jargon without explanation. B. Encouraging questions and using clear, structured demonstrations. C. Relying only on advanced terminology to appear authoritative. D. Speaking quickly to cover all material. 7. Which evaluation method best measures a learner's ability to apply SolidWorks to real-world design scenarios? A. True-false quizzes on interface functions. B. Scenario-based design projects that require part creation and assembly. C. Memorization of command locations. D. Flashcards with tool names. 8. During a mentoring session, a learner reports frustration with exam simulations. What is the best response? A. Dismiss their concerns to stay on schedule. B. Offer targeted feedback and incremental practice exercises. C. Tell them to review the manual on their own. D. Increase difficulty without guidance. 9. Why is tracking learner progress important in CSWP preparation programs? A. To penalize slow learners. B. To identify knowledge gaps and document compliance with program objectives. C. To create competition between learners. D. To add unnecessary administrative work. 10. Which test design strategy best measures higher-order thinking for CSWP? A. Include only recall questions about commands. Require learners to solve complex modeling problems. C. Avoid challenges to keep tests simple. D. Use random guessable questions. 11. Which adult learning principle is most relevant when linking SolidWorks training to learners' work experience? A. Andragogy. B. Classical conditioning. E. Behaviorism. D. Pavlovian response. 12. Which is a characteristic of summative evaluation in CSWP programs? A. Conducted during instruction for ongoing feedback. B. Administered at the end to measure overall mastery. C. Informal and unscored. D. Excludes project-based assessments. 13. Which practice best promotes self-directed learning in CSWP exam prep? A. Offering multiple practice model and allowing learners to select challenges. B. Restricting access to exercises. C. Forbidding independent experimentation. D. Limiting them to lecture-based content. 14. Which type of learning objective is most effective for CSWP training? A. Broad, unmeasurable goals. B. Specific, measurable objectives linked to performance tasks. C. Long, complex sentences without clarity. D. Theoretical objectives unrelated to the exam. 15. A mentor using scaffolding techniques in CAD training is A. Giving learners pre-built models without explanation. B. Providing structured guidance and reducing support as skills improve. C. Avoiding feedback altogether. D. Assigning overly advanced projects immediately. 16. Which assessment strategy provides the most comprehensive view of learner performance? A. 1. Final test only. B. A combination of quizzes, practical labs, peer reviews, and self-assessments. C. Instructor opinion without evidence. D. Attendance logs. 17. Why is a needs assessment conducted before creating a CSWP curriculum? A. To confirm that no updates are needed. B. To determine learner gaps and align training with exam requirements. C. To evaluate instructor performance. D. To satisfy paperwork only. 18. When explaining a complex modeling technique, the best communication strategy is A. Break down steps, use visual aids, and check for understanding. B. Explain once and move on quickly. C. Skip demonstrations to save time. D. Only provide a text description. 19. What is the benefit of using reflective questioning in mentoring sessions? A. To confuse learners into thinking more. B. To promote critical thinking and self-assessment. C. To replace direct instruction. D. To increase session length unnecessarily. 20. Which metric best measures the effectiveness of a CSWP training program? A. Total number of students enrolled. B. Exam pass rate and improvement in modeling skills. C. Number of training hours delivered. D. Instructor popularity. 21. If SolidWorks introduces a major software update, what is the instructor's first responsibility? A. Ignore the change and continue with old materials. B. Update the curriculum and practice tests to reflect new tools. C. Wait for several years before updating. D. Notify learners but make no changes. 22. Which mentoring approach best develops intrinsic motivation? A. Giving only external rewards like badges. B. Encouraging learners to set personal performance goals. C. Focusing exclusively on test scores. D. Applying strict penalties for mistakes. 23. Which curriculum design approach ensures learners' progress from basic sketches to complex assemblies logically? A. Spiral sequencing. B. Randomized topic order. C. Introducing advanced features first. D. Avoiding any sequencing. 24. How should learners with exam anxiety be supported? Forcing them into immediate timed simulations. Creating a low-pressure environment and offering step-by-step practice. C. Ignoring their concerns. D. Increasing workload without guidance. 25. Which is an example of a criterion-referenced assessment in CSWP training? A. Grading learners relative to others in class. B. Measuring performance against CSWP exam standards. C. Using a curve to determine grades. D. Comparing learners to a national average. 26. Which approach delivers the most effective feedback to CSWP candidates? A. Criticism with no suggestions. B. Timely, specific, constructive feedback with examples. C. Postponing feedback until after the course. D. Avoiding feedback altogether. 27. Which practice best supports continuous improvement in a CSWP training program? A. Collecting learner feedback and revising curriculum regularly. B. Keeping the same materials indefinitely. C. Relying on instructor memory to guide changes. D. Waiting for external audits. 28. If a learner requests extra exercises for lofted features, the instructor should A. Dismiss the request to stay on schedule. B. Provide additional exercises or recommend reliable resources. C. Ignore the request. D. Require the entire class to complete extra work. 29. When developing CSWP exam questions, which principle is most important? A. Ambiguous language to confuse learners. A. Alignment with learning objectives and exam competencies. C. Inclusion of irrelevant data. D. Excessive complexity unrelated to outcomes. 30. Which skill is most critical for group projects in a CSWP workshop? Competition to see who finishes first. E. Clear communication and collaborative problem solving. C. Allowing one participant to dominate the project. D. Avoiding discussions to save time. 31. What is the role of feedback loops in CSWP preparation? A. To punish poor performance. B. To continuously improve learning and address gaps. C. To add unnecessary complexity. D. To delay learner progress.